This is Christian Dion with the LMV Network, and yes, standing next to me, ladies, is the very handsome Frankie DeCarlos. Frankie, we are at your listening party today. Yes. Tell me how excited you are about this project to come out.
I'm so excited. I'm on cloud nine, really. I mean, I want to jump through the clouds, you know. I'm excited about this album. It's called Nine, and the buzz is crazy. It's all over the place. Germany, United States, Japan, Europe, all over Europe. We're so happy. We're so excited.
You know, Frankie, when people listen to your album, I'm not surprised that there's been such a buzz because there has been, it seems like, this return to music. People want to hear real music again, and that's really the difference with your album. Tell me why you took this approach, because looking at your pictures, you look like just another R&B artist, but your songs really have structure and the lyrics mean something. What influenced you?
Let me first say I love you because, I mean, you pick up on greatness, and that's what it is. You know, I was heavily influenced by Marvin Gaye, Al Green, the Isley Brothers, Michael Jackson, The Barge, and it comes out through my music. You know, it's like when my friends were listening to greats like R. Kelly, you know, I was studying, you know, Sam Cooke, which is the same thing that R. Kelly did. You know, that's why his music is so great, you know, that's why he's great, and that's why, and I follow after guys like him who go to the source of where the music really came from.
You know, it's really fascinating to hear you run down some of the influences that you've had because I can hear them all in your music. Like you'll do a really beautiful bridge, and I go, okay, that's the barge, and you know, I can pick it all up in your music. Yeah. So when you put your life's work into an album like this, first of all, let's talk about the time that it took to make this album happen.
This album is very organic. I actually started out doing an EP. We were just going to do 5 songs. And I brought a producer in. His name is lay composer, Israel Deese. And he came in and gave me this element that's out of this world, and we just kept creating. So it was over about a 9-month period, you know. It's very symbolic. So we kept working for about 9 months, and we picked 9 songs, and we called the album Nine, and there you have it.
I love that. Now, when I listen to your album, I hear some of like what we can hear in the background now, a little sexy crooning going on. But on some of them, they're just really an abandon of all of the things that we've seen in R&B and just going back to beautiful ballads and that kind of thing. What made you break back into that? What inspired this album that's so rich in texture?
Michael Jackson said it comes from heaven, and I believe that. You know, it just came from heaven. I didn't ask for it. I didn't go in the studio. You know, sometimes you may hear people go in the studio and they're like, okay, I have to write a hit. Okay, so they're sitting there thinking.
You didn't feel that pressure?
I didn't. I just went in, and for the first time in my career, I would go in the booth and songs would just come, like lyrics would just come. It was so easy.
That must be like a magic experience to have happen.
It's spiritual. It really is. It's a really spiritual event.
Do you feel like you're just like a vessel and it's pouring through you?
I do. I feel like I'm a vessel. I'm God's vessel. And my music is very organic, and it's like euphoria. And I tune into God, and I just, you know, whether it's about love, you know, loving your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or whether it's loving your brother and your sister. Like I have a song called A Sunrise on the album that's very, to me, it's my conscience song. And it's a very interesting song because it's about encouraging brothers and sisters that you are somebody, you know. So you are like the sun, like you, Christian. You're the sunrise, you know.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah.
Now, do you usually write from life experiences? Is that usually what inspires you? Or do you pull from all kinds of things?
Yes, I write from life experiences. Sometimes I write from my friends' experiences or what somebody else has experienced, and we just go from there.
So we may learn some dirt on some of your friends. To the album?
Well, no, not really. You know, it's all about love. Yeah. Frankie DeCarlos is about love.
I get that, Frankie. I get that. Now, your voice does so many things in this album. You take us on a journey. How did you perfect this? There's so many different
The album was going to be called Journey.
At
first, yeah, it was going to be called Journey, and then
How did I know that?
Yeah, see, she's smart, you know. Yeah.
Frankie, your listening party. I'm so excited to hear and see the public's reaction to this album. How does this feel as an artist to be kind of laying it bare like this?
Oh, I don't know. I feel this. I know people say this all the time when you have a new movie or a new album coming out. This is my best one. You know, this is the one. This is the one. But I actually really feel like this.
This is your best work.
I think this is my best work. I really think that. And I at first I was like, okay, well, let me put it out and see how I feel next week or see how I feel next month. But I feel the same, you know. I feel the same. It's been a year, you know, now since we've done the whole, you know, from starting recording and then coming to where we are now. So, yeah, I feel great.
What's next for Frankie DeCarlos?
My mom is over there.
Hey, Mom.
My mom just walked in. Can I bring my mom over? Mom,
My mom.
this is my mama. And it's Mother's Day weekend. It happens to be Mother's Day
Yes.
weekend.
This is DeCarlos. So,
It's Mom.
tell me how proud you are of your son in this project.
Oh, the word is not proud.
What is the word?
Exciting. Interesting. But he's yet my son.
Why not proud?
Proud is kind of boastful. And he will always be there for me. So proud is the kind of word I never use.
Okay.
Never use.
But you still feel it.
I still feel it. And that word can disappoint you. So
Well, Frankie, you've put so much work into this album. You've put so much creativity into it, and it's so different. Is there a fear that maybe the public will go, wait, this is too much too fast?
Well, we've been traveling around having intimate listening events just so we can actually feed on the public's feelings about the album. And I would say, because, you know, I can say, well, I have a great album, you know, you know, in my head, my album is great. But people may say, well, I don't know, you know. So we've gone to the people and actually got the people's input. And I would say, I think the assessment numbers that I last saw, it was like over 85%
Love
of, yes, yeah. So
And you can understand it. And you're in the South, though. And I really, out of all the influences in your music, I hear the soul, I hear all this, but it doesn't feel Southern at all. It almost feels like world music.
I love that because you know, when I first released my first album, I was in this the R&B box per se, and I was like, I'm gonna make music for, you know, a specific, you know, genre, a specific demographic, and
It limits you.
I figured out I got it wrong, so I started making music for all humanity, you know, for the world, you know, and from my heart, you know, and when I did that, my box is the universe now, you know, so yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited.
What's next for Frankie DeCarlos?
What's next? I'll tell you what's next. This sweetheart right here. This is Christiane. She's
I like that name.
yeah. She's actually featured on the album. Like the last song on the album, she's featured on. This is my niece. And I hope that I get to the point that I can give all my energy to up-and-coming artists like herself.
What was it like to record with Uncle Frankie?
It was amazing, different, and awesome. It's my first time.
Were you nervous?
No.
Just natural.
She got it on the first take. You know, we did like 3 takes of her, but every time she sang, it was like perfect.
Christiane, it's nice to meet a star in the making.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what happens with you next. Well, Frankie, this is your family's turning out. Your listeners are coming to the party. We're going to let you get back to all of the functions here, but I want to thank you for taking the time out to talk with us here, and I'm really, really excited about your album.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys taking time out to come out.
All right, thanks, Frankie.
Thank you.
LMV Network, we'll be right back.